What is going on out there? What is going on out there in this world, in this universe? The last day of the month. What is going on? Yes, yes, yes. I'm in here this morning. I am in here this Sunday morning sharing my thoughts, giving back my praise, giving to the universe. Yes, yes. I really love sharing the world experience in my in the way how I look at the world. Everybody look at the world differently. That's why the world is such a beautiful thing, especially when you begin to understand it, especially when you begin to really love everything that's in this world. Well, let's say almost everything. Okay. Yes, yes. I'm only in here for like 30 minutes, you guys. Okay. I wanted to tap into a message from my philosopher this morning, Mr. Jim Rohn. Yes, yes. So give me a sec, guys. Let me get this together. What is going on this morning? I mean, we is basically, man, we is heading straight into the summertime. We heading straight to beautiful weather, and it's a beautiful thing, you guys. To finally, what, after 7 months of coldness on this side of the universe, yes, yes. We only in here 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And then I'm coming back on today because we switching topics today, okay? We getting into some real talk today here on the RC Community TV show. So for those that haven't subscribed yet, please go to YouTube and subscribe on this channel, the RC Community TV show. I really appreciate it. I really thank you guys so much. Yes, I do. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I'm gonna have my guy to get up here and do his teaching, do his blessing this Sunday morning. I'm gonna let my mentor come up here, bless this channel this Sunday morning. Mr. Jim Rohn has been my go-to person, my philosopher, my mentor. He has been a part of my life for 8 years. I wake up every morning with this man um, in my ear. I wake up every morning with his teaching. I wake up every morning with his love and care about the world. He cares what we don't quite understand. Live for that. Now he's no longer on this side of the universe, but you could tell by the way he left us with a full of lessons to follow by. And I'm so glad that I got introduced to this teacher of life, Jim Rohn. So stay tuned, and we in 1 second. Stay tuned. Yes, yes, this man right here, Mr. Jim Rohn, has really been very instrumental to my life, my development of life here. In my personal development, he has been very, very instrumental to that. Okay. Wait a minute. I wanted to. Okay, now we finna let Mr. Jim Rohn um, give us a teaching of life standards. That's a very big one, you guys. Uh, a lot of people don't even know what that is. A lot of people that know what it is and kind of stand on it a little bit. Um, I don't believe half of those people really quite understand what standards really means, um, far as looking in the mirror as yourself, having standards for yourself, having standards for things around you, having standards for um, what you do, uh, who you also do it with, life standards. Let's let Mr. Jim Rohn teach us this morning.
So you build your new identity. You create an environment that reinforces your new standard. You remove the triggers that feed your old patterns. You design your space or your habits in a way that makes your new standard easy to live up to. And that includes the people you surround yourself with, because your standards will rise or fall to the level of your circle. You act to raise your life while staying surrounded by people who are content with the minimum, people who constantly complain, people who make excuses, people who normalize quitting.
I just created a $47 book in 3 minutes flat.
There they go with the.
You don't challenge your value. You need people who challenge your standards, people who remind you of your potential, people who hold you accountable to your best self, people who don't let you settle for less than what you're capable of. And if you kind of circle yet, you become that person for yourself. You become your own coach, your own challenger, your own accountability. You set the tone for your environment. Because the moment you raise your standard, your circle will start to shift. Either the people around you will rise with you, or they will fall away. And that's part of the process. Growth is not just about addition. It's about subtraction, about letting go of the habits, the mindsets, and sometimes the relationships no longer serve the new version of you. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. That's commitment. And as you build this new standard into your life, you'll face internal resistance. The voice in your head will try to pull you back. It will tell you who you think you are. It will say, you've never done this before. It will whisper, you're not ready. It's too late. You don't have what it takes. That voice is not truth. It's your old standard fighting for survival. Because every time you level up, yours resists. It wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you comfortable. It wants to keep you familiar. But growth is not familiar. Growth is not comfortable. And safety has never produced greatness. So you train your mind to recognize that voice. Not as truth, but as signal. A signal that you're on the edge of a breakthrough. A signal that you are stretching beyond your previous limits. A signal that you're right where you need to be. And then you take action anyway. Because that is how you silence that voice. Not by arguing with it. Not by reasoning with it. But by moving through it. By showing yourself that you are no longer governed by fear of failure. The fear of judgment. The fear of disappointment. discomfort. Every time you act in alignment with your new standard, you weaken that old voice. You rewire your identity. You reinforce your new normal. You give yourself evidence that you are no longer the person you used to be. And as that evidence stacks up, your confidence grows. Not the kind of confidence that's loud, flashy, but the kind of quiet confidence that comes from integrity, from knowing that you are who you say you are, from trusting yourself to follow through. Because real confidence doesn't come from words. It comes from action. It comes from alignment. It comes from knowing that your behavior reflects your standard. And that kind of confidence is unshakable. Because it's not dependent on results. It's not dependent on validation. It's rooted in who you've become. And that's the real reward of raising your standard. Yes, your results will improve. Yes, your habits will get stronger. Yes, your life will start. But the deep reward you, the person you become when you stop settling, the person you become when you stop making excuses, the person you become when you decide that nothing less than your best is acceptable. Raise your standards, build structure around them, and started reinforcing them through action. Another layer that begins to reveal itself. That layer is between where you are and where you be. Because raising your standard doesn't eliminate the gap. It illuminates it. It shows you how far you still have to go. And that can be uncomfortable. But comfort is a gift. It's clarity. It's showing you the space between your potential and your performance. Space between your talk and your walk. The space between who you are and who you're capable of becoming. That space is not a punishment. It's an invitation. And when you lean into that space, when you stop avoiding the truth, and you stop pretending, when you stop hiding from your own reflection, something powerful happens. You begin to reclaim. Because the moment you stop lying to yourself, weakening yourself. Most people don't fail because of circumstances, because of self-deception. They tell themselves they're doing their best when they're not. They convince themselves they're committed when they're not. They blame things on themselves to avoid confronting what's going on inside themselves.
Simple. I only pay $10 a month for my internet connection. Fast, unlimited.
Let's get it, Jim Rohn.
Standards, they don't play that game. They are brutally honest with themselves, not to tear themselves down, but to build something real, something solid, something that lasts, because truth is the foundation of transformation. So you start calling yourself out, not with judgment, but with ownership. You start noticing where you're slipping. You catch the moments where your standard starts to bend, and you don't rationalize it. You don't explain it away. Hold the line. And in that process, you develop a trait that most people never develop: self-respect. Because when you raise your standard and actually live by it, something shifts inside of you. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to believe in yourself, not because of external praise, but because you know deep down that you are in alignment with your highest self. And self-respect leads to power. Because when you respect yourself, you stop needing validation from others. You stop lowering your standard to make other people comfortable. You stop apologizing for wanting more, for doing more, for becoming more. And you realize something. You've been carrying power this entire... It wasn't outside of you. It wasn't waiting to be found. It was waiting to be activated. And the key that unlocks it, standards. What you demand from yourself, what you expect from yourself, what you refuse to tolerate from yourself, and start living at that level consistently. Your world, your relationships change. Because people treat yourself. And when you start honoring your word, following through and living with clarity, you attract people who do the same. You no longer tolerate one-sided relationships. You no longer accept disrespect. You no longer chase people who don't show up, because your new filter. And anything that doesn't match that standard simply doesn't make it into your life. Your environment changes. You stop spending them in places that drain you. You stop filling your mind with garbage. You start to support your growth. Not because someone told you to, but because you've decided that your environment will match your evolution. Your time becomes sacred. You no longer waste hours on distractions. You no longer say yes to things that don't align with your mission. See your time not just as minutes on a clock, but as the fuel of your future. And once you see it that way, you protect it with everything you've got. And your habits, they stop being things you have to do and become things you get to do. Because now, you're not doing them to escape pain or impress others. You're doing them because that's who you are now. The person who shows up, the person who follows through, leads themselves. And here's the most powerful part. When you start living with higher standards, you begin to influence others without even trying. People watch you, they notice, they feel your energy. And without preaching, without forcing, without niching, you begin to raise the standard in every room you walk into. You become a leader, not because you have a title, but because your life speaks for itself. Your consistency, your clarity, your conviction, they say more than words ever could. And people either rise with you or they move out of your way. But that leadership, it starts with leadership. Because no one will follow someone who cannot lead themselves.
Bam. And that's going to be the Sunday message this morning here on the RC Community TV show. Okay? Man, he couldn't have said it no better than that. When you lead, when you go outside your door every morning to work or to school, if you're still in school or going to college or wherever you go to, when you leave outside that door in the AM, in the morning when you wake up, it starts right then. Your standard starts right then. It follows you out the door. It leads you in conversations. It follows you back inside the door. You go to sleep with it. You wake up with it. Your standards is you. Your power is you. The energy is you. That's something that I've learned in these 53 blessed years and being on this side of the universe. You is your own energy. You could be your own worst enemy, or you could be the hero of your own self. And if you're the hero in your own life, in your own self, you project that energy outside yourself, and that energy that you do lead with. I'm telling you, you guys, everybody feel it, everybody sees it. And just like Mr. Jim Rohn said, the philosopher, the teacher, just like he said, people see that in you. And That right there is the leader of life. When you become a leader of yourself, when you become a substance within inside of yourself. A lot of people don't really feel so happy within inside of self. That's something I notice. But when you become that happiness person inside yourself, you ultimately share it and bring it out of others. I say that because in my personal development, 9 years ago, I started, well, heck, I'm going to say it, 10 years ago when I started, well over a decade when I started this personal development, I now see the work has paid off in my life. Every time I go outside that door and come inside the door, it stays with me. People see that. I have so many stories that I could share with you guys, uh, that I'm out there. Uh, I was out. I like I say, I could be at a beach, I could be at a store, I could be at the gas pump, and the energy that comes back to me when they see me or they talk to me, the energy that comes back to me, it be so heartfelt. It be like the Lord Himself is tapping me on the shoulder. That's how it be. That's how the energy come back to me. So I'm here to say, you guys, the standards of your life, the standards of how you feel in the inside of yourself, it shows on the outside. Believe it or not, all the makeup, all the fancy clothes, all of the jewelry, all of the cars, the nice stuff that you have, can't none of this cover up what's really inside of you. When you talk, when you speak, uh, how you talk and how you speak, how you show love to others, how you give back to others, that is a product of how you really feel in the inside of you. So remember, the next time you speaking with someone, remember this. They can see your energy. They can see your standards by what you talk about, by what you think about, by what you are actually being around. People can see your energy out there. And if the world taught us to be fooled by certain things that people fool us with, guess the one or maybe two people that you're not fooling. You're not fooling that man upstairs, the Almighty. You're not fooling him. And you definitely not fooling. You could be fooling yourself, but you definitely not fooling the chosen people out here that knows good standard people, that knows people that has something good in the inside of themselves. You can't fool them people. Them people is basically they the chosen people. Them people is chosen. So, on that note, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. This is 30 minutes. I only wanted to be in here 30 minutes. So, this is my 30 minutes, and I'm going to get out of here. But I am coming back on here today because today I want to come in and talk about some real truths of the world. Okay. So, it's going to be switched up on this Sunday. So, if when you get a chance, okay, when you get a chance to see this video, come back. Come back later on today. We is going to be talking about a lot of real things that's going on in the world today. We have to draw a line in the sand, right? We have to draw a line in the sand. It ain't no more. This is 2026. It ain't no more uh, playing both sides. Line has been drawn in the sand, and either you on this side or you on that side. I don't know about you guys, but I am on the righteous side. Okay. I started planting my flag, I started drawing a line in the sand well over a decade, right? So I don't know about you guys, but if you haven't picked a side yet, I advise you to go deep inside of yourself, right? No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, I advise for everybody in 2026 to look deep inside themselves and pick a side, right? Pick a side, the good side or the fake side. The fake side is what the world wants us to believe. The real side is what the Almighty, the Almighty has put here for us to follow. That's the good side. Now, I will be back in here later on. I haven't been on here in a while, you guys, because I'm study working on things, right? I told you guys, I'm not really that computer savvy like that. So it is taking me longer than I expected to get certain things done the way that I wanted it, right? And then, I am sort of like a perfectionist when it comes to doing the things how I want it done, right? So uh, that's my OCD. Things have to be a little bit just right before I actually put it out there. So I am working to get this done and get this put on the platform. Okay. So I will be back on here a little bit later on today. It's going to be a nice day all this week, right? And we is tapping into we coming into 6 months, half of the year of 2026. That's pretty big. That's going to be I think I might make that a video too. What's been going on in this halfway mark of 2026? How your life been, right? My life has been just like how it's been going for a whole decade, for a whole 10 years. It's been moving straight forward. You hear me? That's how my life's been. I thank that man upstairs, the Almighty Lord Jesus. Yes, I do. Thank him very, very much. Right? Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday, right? And I will be back on here in a little while, maybe in about 3, 4 hours. I will be back on here. I already got everything set up. I got everything, the topics and everything that I wanted to break down because I needed to break down these truthful things that's happening in the world that people do not like to talk about. Okay, I like to talk about what you guys don't like to talk about, right? Some people love to talk about it, right? If you on what? That's right. Okay, you guys, you already know my saying. Peace, love, joy. Yes, joy. And definitely, you guys, positivity. All right. I'll check y'all guys out here in a couple of hours. Peace.